everyone. From my previous videos, I hope you learn how to solve the problem of prism when its axis perpendicular to HP and perpendicular to VP. Now it's time to move for pyramid. So pyramid when its axis perpendicular to HP or perpendicular to VP. In this particular video, we will see the introduction about pyramid and solve a problem when the pyramid axis is perpendicular to HP. So the basic difference between a pyramid and a prism is a prism will have two bases and number of polygons, that is two bases and rectangular faces in the sides, where a pyramid will have one single base and apex point here. So you can see the cursor, this is the apex point, and in the base side you will have a polygon like this. In the bottom, in the sides, you will have only the rectangular faces. This is called as pyramid. So a pyramid, that is a pentagonal pyramid, will have a pentagon in the base and 5 triangular faces in the sides. Similarly, a hexagonal pyramid will have a hexagonal in the bottom and the apex at the top and 6 triangular faces in the sides. Similarly, a square pyramid will have 4 triangular faces and a square at the bottom and the apex point. This apex point may be called as O, and these points will be named correspondingly like A, B, C, D. Right? Here I am showing you the 3D view of the pentagon. Now you assume that this is your horizontal plane, this is your vertical plane. So in the horizontal, this is your horizontal plane and this is your vertical plane. And now the axis of the pyramid is perpendicular to your horizontal plane. So this is the assumption you have. This is your front view direction, this is your top view direction. When you view from the front, you can see only a triangle in the front view. When you view from the top, you can see the polygon in the front, in the top view. Right? So the polygon will come below the XY line and the triangle will come above the XY line when its axis is perpendicular to HP. In the 2D drawing, the basic difference between a prism and a pyramid is when you are drawing a prism, you will draw only these outer edges, but when you draw the pyramid, you will draw these inner lines. That these inner lines are the slant edges. Like if you see here like this, these slant edges will come as the inner lines. So if you draw these inner lines, that represent the pyramid. If you do not draw these inner lines, only the outer lines, it represents the prism. That is the basic difference you are going to give in the 2D drawing. Let me take a problem and solve that. In the problem, it is given that it is a square pyramid. A square pyramid base 40 mm and axis 65 mm, right? A square pyramid of base 40 mm and axis 65 mm is resting on HP on its base side. So resting condition given is it is resting on its side, as that is base side resting. So axis is 30 degree to HP. I already explained you, if the axis makes 30 degree to horizontal plane, then you can assume that the axis is perpendicular to horizontal plane. Once the axis is perpendicular to horizontal plane, then you can see the true shape in the top view. That is, the true shape will come below the XY line. So let me draw the XY line first. Now I have drawn the XY line. Second thing, you have to draw the polygon. So that is, the polygon will be viewed in the top view. That is, the polygon will become below the XY line. So let me first draw the top view. The top view, you can see the polygon with inner sides. That is, the slant edges will seen from the top view. The next thing, you have to draw the true shape. So where the true shape will come, in the top view only you can see the true shape, and the top view will be drawn below the XY line. So how will you draw the true shape? So the resting condition given is base side. So I told you, if it is a base side, you keep the side in the left side of your drawing. Let me draw the top view. Now I have drawn the top view. So it is time to number those corners. So let me number the corners. This point is A and the invisible point will not be here. This is B, this is C, this is D. I told you this is apex point. With the inner edges, I have drawn the square. These inner edges represent the slant edges. So once I have drawn the top view, I have to project all my points upwards. Then you project the apex point also. So mark the 65 mm, that is axis is 65 mm from the XY line, and this is your 65 mm axis. So this is point A dash and this is point B dash and invisible point is A dash. Here point C is visible, C dash, and the D point is invisible, so D dash. So now connect this O dash point with A and B. Like this. Similarly, connect this O point with C and D. This is the front view you will get. So the next thing is my axis is 30 degree to HP. So what I have to do? I have to tilt the axis to a degree of 30. So I already told you, keep the axis like this, not like this. So I am going to tilt the axis to an angle of 30 degree. So if the axis makes 30 degree, then my base will make 60 degree. Let me first draw the 60 degree line to draw my base. So this is my 60 degree line and it will be the base of this pyramid. So this point is B1 dash and A1 dash. Similarly, this point is C1 dash and D1 dash. Now from the center point, that is from this point, mark this point here. From this point, make a vertical perpendicular line in the axis direction. So I made the perpendicular line and mark this 65 mm, that is axis length. This is your 65. Mark this 65 mm here and make this point as O1 dash. Now connect these O1 dash and C1 dash and O1 dash and A1 dash. You will get this view here. It is, my axis is 30 degree. Now it is very simple. You just project all the points. So here also project, here project these points. So now first mark the point O. So here it is O, here it is O. So this point is called as O1. Now mark the point A, B. So here this point is A. This point is A and this point is B. Right? B is projecting from here. B is projecting from here. Similarly, point C is projecting from here. So point C will come here. So this is point C1. So this is B1. This is A1. This is point B1. Thing you have to find out the visible edge and invisible edge in the final drawing. So in the the problem of prism, I have explained you how to find the visible edge and invisible edge. That is, find the right hand side, right extreme point and the left extreme point, connect those 2 points with an imaginary edge and put the arrow mark in the upper side or lower side. The edges between the arrow mark and that imaginary line will be visible. All other edges will be invisible. For a pyramid problem, the method is slightly differs from the method we follow in the prism. In this method, the thing is where you are going to put your arrow mark. For a prism, if my final drawing is here, you will put the arrow mark in the top. If my final drawing is here, you will put the arrow mark in the bottom. But in a pyramid problem, you have to put the arrow mark in the simple position, that is opposite to your resting condition. In this problem, my resting condition is here. So I kept my resting point here, that is resting edge in the left hand side of the drawing. So you put the arrow mark in the right hand side. Now find the topmost extreme point of the simple position and the bottommost extreme point of the simple position. So here the topmost extreme point is A and D. Bottommost extreme point is B and C. So among A and D, you choose the point which is nearer to the arrow mark. Here the point nearer to the arrow mark is D. Here it is C. Now connect these 2 points along through the point O like this. So if it is my C point, connect this point first initially to point apex, then from apex draw imaginary line to D. So that is your imaginary line is this. This is your imaginary line. Now the edges between your arrow mark and this imaginary line are visible. So now you can darken the outer edges. So first these outer edges must be drawn with H pencil. That is, these outer edges are visible edges. Then you come to our procedure. That is, shorter edges are AB, BC, CD, DA, and longer edges are OA, BC, OD, OC. Right? Now you darken all the outer. You darken all the outer edges. Now the edges OD, OC, CD are in between my arrow mark and imaginary line, and these edges only will be visible. So now connect OD with thick line, OD with thick line, and OC with thick line, and OCD with thick line, and the remaining all other edges have to be connected with dashed lines. Now come to this point AB. AB is here. So connect this AB with dashed lines. So now BC is already outer edge. It is drawn with H pencil. CD is drawn with H pencil. Similarly, DA is drawn with H pencil. Now come to the longer edges. OA. So OA is already outer edge. OB is also outer edge. OD you have to drawn with H pencil. Similarly, OC you have to drawn with H pencil. That's all. You solve the problem. Thank you.